It's week 9 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Bengals and the Raiders. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Keith. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. Got to figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. And
ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out had the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Right to the air, it's Minshew. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by a motivated player coming off an injury, one of the game's great young QBs, Joe Burrow.
You hear me say all the time, Kate, that football is the ultimate team sport, but there are times as a quarterback it can feel a little bit like golf and match play. And when your opponent gives you a shot, gives you an opportunity with the pick, as a quarterback leading your team, you want to maximize it and take advantage of it.
Play action now, Burrow. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And we only saw this group for one snap to start the game, Brock, so hopefully we get a longer look at them this time.
You know, Kate, in a lot of ways, it may even be easier to shake that first one off. They're barely on the field, so it's really a second chance to write the opening series you wanted.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Minshew working from the gun. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Play action, it's Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And that passing touchdown he started this game off with, just what we expected from somebody who you can see is among the NFL leaders in finding the end zone this year. First down, Burrow to throw. Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
2nd and 6 now. That's going to be caught by all. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Man in motion out of the slot. Another try following the sack. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. This finds all, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw again, it's Burrow. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Epps. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
Going left side, Madison with it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Going to the ground again on 1st. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Here's Madison again. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Makes the handoff. Now Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. He broke 50 on his first punch and looks to have done the same here. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. One touchdown and one interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. The Raiders go a nickel on this third down. Sending a receiver left. Third and short, it's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll throw it again. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. He's got a gain of 6 there. Divine Diablo there on the tackle.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 4. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. They are throwing it again. Catch made by all. This is ahead for about 5. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. All right, here we go. 2nd down. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And he's tackled for a short gain. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Burrow. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing third and long. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And it'll be Bengals football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 38. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Burrow. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A handoff for Madison, running left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this deep...
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this is a huge loss on the play.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Minshew. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. From the gun, a give to Brown. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They start with 2nd and 6. Here's Brown again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Throwing is Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Tight end going in motion here. Finds a man right side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 20 on second down. This throw is caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Defense showing blitz. Burrow. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Brown. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bengals take a 20-zip lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
McPherson add the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. From the gun, a run for Madison. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Inside handoff goes to Madison. Finding room at the 30. And he makes it all the way up to the 32-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The give here on second. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. Minshew working from the gun. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jordan Battle with the INT.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Bengals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Brown on the inside give. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Chase coming in motion right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. It connects on the deep shot. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Raiders and Alexander Madison ready for another go on offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Minshew. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll run it from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Minshew to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Enough goes to Madison, running right. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Madison. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The rookie from Michigan there that time. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Minshew setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Been a brutal a couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. An excellent game, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it'll be Raider football. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To the ground with Madison. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Raiders at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Minshew on 1st down. This ball's cut by Bowers. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense up to the line fast. He gets this one to Myers. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 39. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Here's the give to Madison. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Desmond King up to make the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Burrow from the gun. Catch made by All. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. We've hit halftime here in Cincinnati. The Bengals carrying a lead into the locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin with an interesting one in the AFC. The Chargers heading east to take on Cleveland. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdowns in that game for J.K. Dobbins. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. It's the rookie, Drake May, with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And look at this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The home teams and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And we see that to this point, he's leading the NFL in touchdown receptions as we work through November and into our final month plus of play. Going with Brown on the ground. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Burrow back to throw. Has a man, it's Brown. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
2nd and 13. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down. They motion the slot man right. Throwing on 1st is Minshew. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, Madison. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. From the shotgun, Minshew. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Minshew working from the gun. This is hauled in by Myers. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They give it to Madison. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Raiders first. Now Minshew. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Complete. It's Myers. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that.
Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. This one intended for the running back. So now it'll be second and goal. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at second and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. Give him 4 yards, and they're sitting on third and goal now. Here's Minshew. Has it down close. And in for the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, first and 10. Burrow to the air now. On target to his man Higgins. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Second and 3 now. Putting the tight end in motion. Second and 3. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Running back sent in motion. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Picked off by Marcus Epps. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can...
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on second down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Escapes the pocket. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 65 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Madison. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's Hill on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They give now to Madison, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First and 10, Minshew. He gets this one to Myers. And he gets him around 6 there. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Makes the handoff, now Minshew. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Here's Madison again. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running right, it's Madison. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We have an injury timeout now, and it looks like it's for Alexander Madison, who got the worst of that previous play. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes on the bootleg. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This one from an even 40 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. That's going to be caught by all. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. This finds all, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play action now, Burrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Brown on the carry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Third and short, it's Burrow. That's caught for the first. And he's officially into enemy. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Burrow setting up the play action. That's complete to Gesicki outright. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he
fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And the Raiders get to it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the shotgun, Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Back to throw, Minshew. That's complete. Here's Madison. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a fair catch made here at the 17. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And it's going to be second down. Now Burrow. Finds the in route complete. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. Third down coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds his man, Chase. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. They send a receiver in motion right. First down, Burrow to throw. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Burrow out of the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Burrow back to throw. On target to his man Higgins. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. We're paused now as trainers come out to work on an injured player. And this is certainly noteworthy because that is Jamar Chase who's hurt. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 17. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit, Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Minshew working from the gun. Short pass brought in. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, Minshew. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He'll get this one to Madison. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on first is Minshew. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. So it'll be 2nd down. Sticking in the air with Minshew. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort.
Oh no, they get him yet again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals take over on his 5th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The home teams and T. Higgins back in possession here. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Brown on the inside give. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here's Brown again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals close to picking up their 5th win. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got 3rd and 12. They'll run again with Brown. Space to the left. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.